Good morning, everyone. My name's Joey. Josie over here petting the cats. This is Papa and Josie's homestead. Appreciate you watching. Glad you could join us this morning. It is almost lunchtime. We went up to the neighbors and worked on that firewood a little bit this morning and done a few other things. We'll show you here in a minute. But man, it is muggy hot already. It is not supposed to be this hot this early in June. I mean, it's supposed to be hot, don't get me wrong, but mid-90s heat index is not where we're supposed to be at right now. But I didn't get to video anything up there this morning. My phone was down here uploading another video. I don't know, file size or YouTube having problems, I don't even know. But I food was trying to upload it last night, and I think in 3 hours it got up like 40%, and it was like quarter to 10 last night, so I had to turn it off. Josie was getting cranky and it was getting late, and at the rate it was going, it wasn't going to be done until 12:30, 1 o'clock or something. So it's been up here at the barn this morning while we was up there working, and it finally uploaded. So I figured I'd take this opportunity. I'm going to go over here. Had a question about the chestnut oak trees on the last, well, it'll be 2 videos back now, but I was going to go over here and just look at some trees and stuff real quick and go over some of that, and then we'll show you some of the other stuff that we've done this morning. If I can get Josie to come with me, she's over there playing with the kitty cats. We did have a mishap with one of the kitties. I don't know if y'all remember, but I said I emptied out these water barrels I had over here. Well, one of those red ones I left water in, and it got down to where it was probably half full or something other. One of them kitties fell in it last night, so I've emptied all them. And they got water over here. I don't know why it was over there. I mean, I got water in here that they can get to, so I'm not sure why it done that. But I'll have to watch her swimming pool. We went and got her a little plastic swimming pool yesterday, so I'll have to kind of watch that. I don't know if maybe they won't try to do the same thing with that. Because I don't keep it full enough if they got in there, which it might be shallow enough they wouldn't drown maybe. But I don't know. But we're going to go over here and look at these trees and talk about these trees for a little bit. The question I had on that video was, are these chestnut oaks the same thing as an American chestnut? I've heard of American chestnut, and I know kind of what they are, but I've never seen one. I don't know if they're not in this area or what the deal is with that, but I've never seen one. I'm not going to say they're not in this area because I'm not sure. But this is the chestnut oak right here. And this is the one I was thinking about leaving. Well, I'm going to leave it, no doubt in my mind I'm going to leave it. I don't know if y'all can see. It's a nice, big, branched out tree. It would be a pain in the butt to saw all them limbs and everything on it, and I don't have a saw big enough to cut that. I mean, that thing's probably 3.5 foot around, so my saw wouldn't be big enough to cut that. Those just fell down over. But this chestnut oak is in the white oak family. It gets an acorn on it. Now, I looked up, because like I said, I didn't know what American chestnut was. I actually looked it up this morning when I seen that comment, and it's in the beech tree family. And it gets a nut on it, and it looks like it's got this little spiny looking hole around it, but you can peel that off, I guess, and then the nut's edible. Like I said, the chestnut oak, this is one here, they get acorns on them. So there's definitely a difference in them. Josie over here playing with all these goats. But this is this little corner in this lot I was talking about. I want to clear a lot of these trees off. Now, some of these trees I'm not familiar with myself. Now, like this tree, we have a few of these trees. This is the white oak. And I've been leaving most of them because there's not a whole big bunch of them here. I think in this lot over here, there's maybe 5 or 6 or something other. And this tree here is a black oak. And it runs in the red oak family. Now, there's quite a few of these in here. Not a bunch. That big one that's over there, that's what it is. It's a big black oak. You can see here we got this white oak, and there's a white oak right there. And you've got the little pine trees in here, of course. Now, this big old tree right here, I'm thinking it's some type of oak. I think maybe a black oak. But it's a pretty good sized tree. Definitely, it's got oak leaves on it, so it's some kind of oak. I think it's a black oak. Right here's a dogwood. Have little dogwoods in here, and there's another little dogwood there. Those all saw down. They're not worth anything. I mean, if they're in your yard and shaped right and all that stuff, they would probably be fine. But this big tree here is dead. I'm not sure what it was. It's some kind of, it's a softwood tree, that's for sure. And you got maple over here. Got a poplar right there. And there's another tree over here, and I don't know what it is. There's a bunch of scattered out poplar right here. All these are gonna go. This tree here, Josie calls it a grape tree. Grape, not great, grape. I don't know if y'all can make him out. It's got these little hole things there on them. And they're like real sticky and pokey. I don't know what they are. You can see this gets a great big giant leaf on it. I mean, that thing is covered in those. It gets real pretty flowers on it in the first part of the spring. Yeah, it is nice. I one of these days would like to dig me a pond out right here. Only reason I've had a couple guys come out and look at it. One guy was actually going to do it pretty cheap, but he said I definitely would have to have a liner just because of how much rock and sand is in this soil. There's not no clay. I've not seen any clay up on top of this hill. So I think that'd make a nice place for a little pond. Right in that little area. And they fix me a dam there with a road going across of it, because if I made a pond here, probably all this up here would probably turn into marshy, muddy mess or something that I wouldn't be able to drive across. I think that's might be it for the trees. All the hickories, we got hickory. I've been leaving all the hickory. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 hickory right there. I think that might be all that's kind of in this little field here. My neighbor's house is right there, so I'm trying to not show their house. She was out there on the phone too, so she might scream at me if I point to her house or something. I don't know. Got the pine tree, some more maple, chestnut oak. Just about everything right in here is all chestnut oak. A few little maple popped in there, but another big pine tree over here. I can't show it. It's pointing toward their house. But yeah, that's kind of mostly what we got. Now, like I said, there's a bunch of trees. There's one right over there. I ain't got a clue what that tree is. I know that wood. Like that one's leaned way over the fence. I'm going to have to pull it with the tractor or something whenever I saw it. That wood is like rubber when you saw it. And it stays like that. It takes it about 2 years. And after about 2 years, you can split it. But then it turns into this real spongy stuff. You set it on fire and it's gone in like just minutes. I don't know what kind of gum or I don't know. I don't know what kind of tree it is. But it's definitely not worth anything as far as firewood. Like I said, I cut some of it. There was a big one in our yard when we first moved down here, and I sawed it down. And I tried to split it, and the split maul would hit in it. Yeah, the split maul would hit in it and just bounce out, and then you could sit and watch the mark that the split maul would leave would just shrink right up. You couldn't even tell that you'd hit it. It just, I mean, it was awful. It's over here wrestling with a goat. You're on that stick, you're gonna fall down. These goats, her playing time with them's getting short. They're getting too big. Oh, careful! Especially those little bucklings. I know that white one hit her the other day. So they're getting to that point where they're like, you ain't playing with us like this. Oh, see Japanese beetles everywhere over here. things out. I don't know what that little bush is they're eating. But you can see the grass is getting brown. It's got super dry, super hot, super fast. And the grass is hurting. So I don't know how much longer I'll leave these on there. I was thinking about taking the 2 calves up to where the goats used to be at in that grass. But I mean, all at the same time, I don't want them to eat that down to nothing either. Hey, see, well, I can't believe you come up and let me pet you. That thing usually runs off from me. Yeah, I was thinking about taking them up there, but you know, all at the same time, I don't want them to eat all that down and kill all that out too. I mean, most of the grass is staying green. There's just a lot of it starting to turn brown. It's, you know, some of this little knoll here, I guess it just dries out really fast. So we're gonna go back up here tomorrow and I'll show you what else me and Josie been doing this morning. I forgot to mention, don't think it would have had nothing to do with me uploading that video last night, but because I was doing it off my phone with my AT&T service, not hooked up to Wi-Fi or anything. Yeah, there's some idiot down here in this area going around tearing out the telephone wires. I don't know what you call that stuff anymore, but yeah, they took out ripped out like a 2-mile section on the main highway right past us here, which didn't affect our internet, but I'm sure there's a whole lot of people probably didn't have internet on down the road from us. So it's nice people. I don't even know how you can sell it, because you gotta give your license and stuff now when you take scrap off, and would it even be worth anything? I mean, really. But we put some hay over top this bed, because this bed, I had trouble with this bed last year. I think we put corn and beans in it last year, and the corn done decent. I mean, not great. I think a storm come through after it got about 4 foot tall. A storm come through and blowed every bit of it down. But it dries out like super fast. Like I dried it or watered it last night, and you couldn't even tell this morning that I'd put water on it. It was just barely damp in a couple spots. So me and Josie helped me. We got some of that loose hay that was in that stall and brought it up here and put it on there to see if it won't help keep it damp in there anyway. Hold that water in there just a little bit longer than what it does. That's the bad thing about raised beds. They dry out super fast. Got everything working back in the camper again. So air conditioning's working again. Got the lights and everything working again. Refrigerator working again. Cause like when I shorted all that out, refrigerator quit working. The air conditioner quit working. I feel like I got something in me. And the lights in it quit working. I think a lot of that had to do with that inverter. I guess a lot of that stuff must work off the inverter or something. Because I unplugged it and let it kind of reset, I guess. And plugged it back up and flipped all the breakers back off and flipped them back on and just reset everything in it. And no smoke, no sparks, no nothing bad. It's been working since yesterday. So fingers crossed on that. But it is about lunchtime. Me and Josie will. Yeah, she got about 7:30 this morning, so we've been going at it for about 3.5 hours this morning. So she's getting tired. It's getting lunchtime. But we're gonna wrap this video up. Like I said, didn't really get to show anything, but we'll try to get some work in on the next video. We got some work done, we just didn't get it video. But appreciate y'all watching, appreciate your comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.